Hello YouTube fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Fam, the American dream is dead. It became a nightmare. It's been dead for years. It's a ghost now. Fam, they tell you the thing to do once you grow up is to own a home, picket fence, a dog, some kids, married. Fam, home ownership is a scam. It's been a scam for as long as I can remember. You know, people say, hey, you was about to buy a house. Yeah, I was, until we looked at the interest, compounded and all of that other stuff over 30 damn years. House would have been $350,000. The actual in payment would be like 1.2 million on a $375,000 house. And you talking about going debt free. You will never be dead. You are in bondage. That home was designed to keep you in bondage for 30 damn years. And to be honest, man, people say, man, look, you got a bad outlook on everything. No, I don't. Think about it. Think about your home loan. Think about it. In the beginning years, the first thing that pops off with this is you get all these problems, all these things that you need to fix, all these things you throwing money at. You know, it's like a money pit in the beginning sometimes. Then all of a sudden, once you get to the end, you know, and you make that last payment, 30 years, shit, we'll just say if you 40, you're going to be 70, if not older, because sometimes, you know, shit happens. You know, most people can't pay an extra payment or a half payment with it, you know, and over the period of time, your shit go up. It goes up just like rent because you got to pay property tax. That property tax, even though you can have it modified or adjusted, still, people say, man, what do you live at that property tax go up every damn year? I live in Chicago. Shit, that shit go up damn near every year. So you looking at this, then your insurance go up. And you sitting here, man, you stuck. You know, people tell you the home ownership is the route. Is it? Think about it. You do this for 30 years and you pay off this home. The minute you don't pay off your taxes, your property taxes, they could take your damn home. Ain't that something? So this scheme that they running on you, because you never own the property, and this is how they get you. And this is how they talk to you like, you know, you should have known this. How do you supposed to know? Dude, I've been talking to y'all about debt. Oh, but home ownership is good debt. No, it's not. Dude, home ownership is something, you know, like I was talking about with the apartments. One thing about apartments, even though you will never own these, just being honest, you pay your payment every month. You will never own it. You paying off somebody else's mortgage. That's true. But when your lease up, you can leave and go somewhere else. You can go somewhere cheaper, or you could just leave state. See, one thing about rent, man, you're not the one responsible for fixing shit. Unless you got that in your clause, your lease, or whatever. You know, my thing is, man, and I've been saying this for the longest, what we need to do, we need to boycott all this shit. Man, just imagine, a lot of the homes now are $500,000 damn dollars. You know how much a $500,000 payment looks like? I know $350,000 look damn near like $3,000 of a payment, bro. But you know what? If you get it down some, and they talking to you about down payments, they talking to you how you supposed to structure your payments and things like that. I'm gonna tell you something that they don't tell you. If you buy a new home, you're not being charged property taxes on the home. You're being charged property tax on the land without a home on it. A year later, you're being reassessed and you're going to be charged for the property tax with the house on it. You know, for the property with the house on it. Now, all of a sudden, you're looking at all of this and you're thinking about this. You know, we talked about student loans. We talked about car loans. But the home loan situation, man, nobody thinking about this. And plus, homes are going up. You know, and they're talking about at this particular point in time, leases are going up, you know, on apartments. You know, people are leasing now more than ever. You know, they're renting, you know, because think about it. Your house note supposed to be more than your rent. Your rent, if you rent an apartment, supposed to be less than a house note. Man, shit. People paying 12 and 1500. There used to be a house note. Now, shit, that's rent. House notes are like 3,000 and up. It's crazy how this works. It's crazy if you look at the medium income and you divide that by all these rich people, and you sitting here thinking, the average person making this amount of money. They're not. They're not building homes for us anymore. You making $1 million homes, $6 million homes. Who's buying this shit? And how could they afford this? You will never, ever in your life, be able to afford this over a period of time. I seen one guy making a $10,000 house payment. You tell me that ain't crazy. Dude, make it make sense for me. See, they make it whereas you can't buy a plot of land and bring like a RV on it and just sit it there. And, they can't have that because they like it got wheels on it. And, you can move it anytime and, they want their property taxes. It's just like having a tiny house and trying to put it on that plot of land because it got wheels on it. They want you to take the wheels off for they could charge you property taxes. Dude, the gangster in this. You ask why people are living in storage lockers and in their car. People are living in storage lockers, man, because shit, they have to. And the reason why a lot of people in storage lockers get caught, because they're out and about. They're just running around the place. It's like they never leave. Once you put your code in, they looking at that code. And the thing is that I'm going to tell anybody, once you put your code in, they check that code. They check those codes. If you don't have an out code, they look at it. My thing is, man, punch your code in and don't leave. Just close the door behind you and just keep going. Nobody will never know. But I'm saying, I looked at all these videos of people crying and, saying they got to do what they got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Living in your car is not easy as people think it is. Van life, that shit is not easy. Dude, I was watching one video and the guy's van got stolen. So it's not just your vehicle that got stolen. Your home got stolen with all of your stuff. Man, if you telling me that ain't deep, that's deep. And I think a lot of people don't think of this. I think a lot of people don't understand. I think we look at this as an aspect of this not being what it really supposed to be, man. All this shit right here. Man, we've been dealing with shit for years, man. And, one thing about it right now, it's all coming out because people looking at it. They're like, wait, hold on. I'm in bondage here. You got a $500,000 house note, mortgage rather. Then you got a $500,000 in student loans. Then you got 2 vehicles that cost like 50 a piece. Shit, you are cooked. Even if your student loans are 100,000 or 50,000, if your mortgage is 350, that's 400,000. Then you got your 2 vehicles, that's 500,000. Then you got credit cards and you got all type of other stuff. You got things that you do outside of that. And people tell you, man, look, you should buckle down and get all that debt paid off. I'm going to tell you, after you get all that damn debt paid off, you're going to end up owing somebody else. And that shit is going to be just redundant. You're going to owe somebody to the day you die. I'm not telling you not to pay your bills. I'm telling you to pay your bills, pay your payments, but put another half on it if you can. Double a payment up or triple a payment up if you can. If you can afford that, do that. But, buckling down and not living for 2 years, scraping by just to pay off your bills, bro, hell no. You know what? Life waits for nobody. My thing in school, they needed financial literacy. When we were in high school, that's what they should have taught us. Instead of all that other bullshit, man, you should have taught us financial literacy, how, to pay bills and, what not to get yourself into. But you know what? I'm going to tell you, a lot of people wouldn't listen. These homes, man, these loans. And, and I tell people this shit over and over again. You're going to be there for 30 fucking years. Look at that home. Look at that neighborhood. Look at those neighborhoods around it. See if that will last the test of time. Some of neighborhoods don't even last like 2 damn years. Next thing you know, the shit is wild as hell, and you like, I got 28 more years of this, man. And sometimes you can't even sell the home. If the place is bad, nobody buy. And see, that's one thing about home ownership that nobody tell you. Sometimes you could be underwater in these damn homes. Sometimes the house, you bought the house for way more than it was appraised for some damn reason, and you underwater in this motherfucker. You sitting here looking, there's no equity in it, there's nothing. You done made so many damn payments that you sitting here trying to figure out when would this be done. This is why I say, man, if you got the money, man, if you got the money to buy something right off the bat, buy it. Man, this American dream that they selling you, man, is a nightmare. And people like, man, see, you know, I'm good with my home now. You know, I had to go through all that stuff in the beginning, but I'm good. It's an investment. It's an investment for my kids' future. Your kids may not want the damn home. See, stop blaming it on your damn kids. If you want the home, you want the home. But don't sit here and make it seem like you're getting this for somebody else. This shit is what you want. You didn't think of anybody else when you was buying it. You didn't take them along with you, did you? No. So why the hell you said it's an investment in the future? You know, sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. I have seen people homes after 30 years, man, they couldn't afford to get the damn roof fixed. They couldn't get the damn furnace fixed. They couldn't get the hot water. They couldn't get the air conditioners, duct work and all of that stuff, high vac fixed. You know, they just sitting there. See, you see, a home is more than just making the mortgage payments, bro. And I think a lot of people are not seeing that. You know, like buying a car is a lot more than just the car payment. People forget that. You know, like, man, you know, I bought the car, I paid a note and put gas in it. You know, I gotta maintain the maintenance of the car. Gotta get shit changed and fixed. I gotta buy tires. People don't know that. You think people would know that, but they don't. They think a car you get in, you put gas in, and you drive. You gotta have insurance on that motherfucker and everything else. People don't see this. Just like with the home, you gotta have insurance on it. You know, shit, insurance is supposed to cover everything from acts of nature, because here in Chicago, you can get a damn tornado or a hurricane around here, man. You never know. Start raining at a drop of a hat. We in the damn wintertime and it's raining. You be like, damn, it's wintertime and it's raining in here. Like, you trying to figure this out. But that's just how it is, man. And this is what I'm pushing to people. You know, research your stuff before you buy it. There are programs out there. You know, they got things that's called zero down. Don't you ever do that shit. Bro, I'm going to tell you, zero down, you be paying for that motherfucker for the rest of your damn life. Your natural life, then your kids' natural life. Shit, man, please. You know, that predatory lending is still in effect. Banks are still doing that to people. So you might want to keep yourself well informed about the banking laws and, you know, home ownership and, you know, the rules and, you know, what you got to put down and, you know, what you got to pay for, you know, like the home inspection, the closing costs, every damn thing else. You got to think of everything that you got to pay for. And you just got to make sure you on top of all that. Man, I know it seemed like I be preaching on here, but bro, I'm going to just tell you. Man, the same shit, man, is just wild as hell, man. Doing the same shit is wild as hell. You think, you know, if it happened in the past, you will see it, you know, like, you know, you'd be like, hey, don't let that happen again. You know, I know what that was like when that happened. This is how you got to think about it. This is why we go through so much shit, man. You know, the same thing could have happened in your past 3 damn times. Here come the 4th damn time, you like, man, well, I don't even understand why I'm supposed to see that. Man, this is why this shit going on like it is, man. This is how they getting over on us. The government been getting over on us for the longest, bro. Now people are asking for relief on property taxes and shit like that. They have every right to ask for that. You killing them. Then you sitting back talking shit like, yeah, you know, people walking away from their damn houses now. They were doing that during the damn pandemic. They doing that shit now. They walking away from them. They like, shit, I can't even afford this. You raised the property tax so damn much, now they can't afford it. But you study building new apartments, new homes. Who gonna live here? The average person don't make the money that you got these homes for. Why we don't have affordable homes like 250 and 300,000 that you trying to build? You trying to build $1 million homes that's just gonna sit there. You know, you get people that try that shit sometimes and they be like, man, I'm out. Property taxes hit a couple of damn times, I'm out. Bro, I'm just thinking. But till later, peace out.